Hi Taurus, here is a general look at your solar chart for May 2016, and may I wish you a happy birthday. This is Diana reporting to you from a camper van somewhere in Europe. Now we're all nice and cozy in here, and I was thinking that rather than doing just the ordinary outline for the month, I'd just like to mention Pluto, because actually Pluto has coming from Capricorn, being in a very good angle to your sun sign, Taurus, and it's worth a mention, and it will be affecting you Taurians born from in the first week of May, mostly at the moment, although it has been and will be affecting the whole of your sign. It came in 2008 into this angle to your sign, this positive angle to your sign. It will leave in 2024, so it really is yeah, it's a real long-term thing. It's a big hitter, and the effects are very long-term, but the process is very long-term as well. So it's time for you to study, learn, experience, travel, and when I say study, I really mean experience, because Pluto isn't a great thinker. During the years Pluto is in this house, which for you is the 9th house of your sun sign chart, your philosophy of life will change. It will deepen. Certain concepts that eluded you before will now become crystal clear through the experiences that you go through, and the conditions and the environments and just what happens, really. And you will gain sometimes pretty profound insight into the meaningfulness of your existence, but maybe just existence, really. And some of you will get more interested in following maybe a belief system of some kind, religious or otherwise, and in particular how you fit into the scheme of things. So you will be getting a lot deeper insight, and on this journey you're likely to become involved in good causes or spiritual practices, or religious practices, or just spiritual, should we say. But also, as I said at the beginning, traveling more. Travel in different cultures hold valuable potential for you to learn and grow from, and also following a spiritual teaching of some kind. You might get interested in that with Pluto here, taking a course which is experiential rather than just all up in the head intellectual, but taking a course which is experiential, or involves more inner work, inner understanding, would be good. Try to walk your talk, but watch out for Pluto's tendency towards obsession. So use your common sense regarding so-called teachers, experts, or the new concepts you encounter, because remember, Pluto also rules the underworld and underworld characters, and you don't want to become overawed by somebody's power or status or whatever it is about them that impresses you, and become somebody's collateral damage. So that, is just a word in your ear there. Pluto is about you understanding your own power and wisdom. Experiences you have over these years will remove layers of prejudice or ignorance in your basic belief system. It's amazing that wherever Pluto goes, there's this delaminating, there's this unlayering, there's this reveal, this slow reveal that goes on. Yeah, is that the basic, is that the bottom line? Nope, there's another layer. Is that the bottom line? Nope, there's another layer. And until you feel really comfortable that you've got to the truth, and when you get there, that's when you hit power. And Pluto is about power, but we have to work for it. We have to deserve it, and of course we do deserve it, really, but we have to do this work to get there, to get to our own unique truth. And there's many truths, as there have ever been humans on this planet. So Pluto yeah, there's these layers, and then you get into these arguments with yourself, these deep questionings with yourself, and Pluto helps you to get to that truth, and then you reach the power, and then you reach the wisdom. And experiences you have over these years will remove these layers of prejudice or ignorance in your basic beliefs or assumptions about what is ethical or moral. So maybe what you started out thinking isn't what you finish up thinking. And slowly you will arrive at enlightenment. So this is a great position for Pluto, really, if you know, if that is the treasure at the end of the Pluto walk, the walk of Pluto through this underworld sometimes. Transiting Pluto is also exerting a beneficial but less powerful influence upon Scorpio and Pisces sun signers and rising signers. So yeah, that's just a little brief look at Pluto, because when I do the monthly positions of the planets, I don't usually mention Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, maybe just in passing a little bit. So and Pluto is a real good helper for you at the moment, and so is Neptune. Neptune just now is also in a really, really good angle to your sun sign, underpinning imagination, your idealism. So yeah, watch out about putting people on pedestals, and also your compassionate side, or others being compassionate to you and you really, really appreciating that, and the side of you which is artistic as well, and which can be empathic with others, and even very intuitive, even psychic with others as well. So good dreams and a powerful energy for drawing to you from the future how you want your life to be, with Neptune in such a good angle to your sign. Now the other news is that until the 21st it's a powerful time for you, because the sun's in your sign, so you can be taking stock. You've been sort of doing a review. We've got the sun in your sign and Mercury and Venus, so this is an active time, an interesting time, putting you in the stream of information exchange, maybe more mixing and mixing with others, meeting, greeting, making new connections or even new friends, and picking up interesting little snippets of news and information around about the place. Might be doing more online perhaps, or just corresponding more, and bringing out your inner creativity through what you are expressing, and others appreciating that, and you feeling that others are appreciating that, having more entertaining scenarios and environments around you, more likely reaching out more to connect with others, and some of you could be tying the knot with a loved one, or at least meeting up with someone anyway. But it's not all easy peasy with Venus, which also rules money and other material resources like possessions and property, and you'll need to work to balance things. So just make sure that the flow of abundance isn't flowing more from you than it is coming towards you, and of course that's your choice. And then I didn't mention that Mercury is going retrograde until the 22nd, which tends to delay things, or maybe means that you provoke situations where you have to sit on something, or have to think something through a little bit more deeply, or a bit more thoroughly. Now we have Mars retrograde all month, similar to Mercury, which tends to make the action and to mute the action of Mars, because Mars is a doer, and is an action planet, and that mutes that down, and may cause a more strategic, if it's a battle of some kind, or maybe more theoretical. So getting your ducks in a row, getting your act together before you launch, which is probably better to do after Mars goes direct again, and that's not going to be this month. So Mars is in quite an introspective area until the 2028, clearing the deck for new beginnings. So maybe something is being cleared away, or you are clearing away. I mean, quite literally going down the dump or having a detox. Having a spring clean, whatever that's about. Maybe it's been a chronic ongoing situation and this is being cleared away. It's time for letting go of certain things in order to make the space for the green shoots to come up, so to regenerate and to rebuild. And you will be feeling more sensitive really at this time. So even though it is quite a sociable time with the Sun, Mercury and Venus, the Mars position has maybe something going on in the back of your mind, which just kind of on the back burner there, in your feelings, in your heart, and you are just, as I say, being that little bit more sensitive and perhaps not speaking out in certain ways with certain people as well, just keeping your cards close to your chest in certain situations. And debts due or owed may need a more decisive approach, although I wouldn't confront really strongly anybody if you've really got to go to war on something. I wouldn't be doing that with Mars going retrograde. And Mars is going to be going retrograde right on into next month, so more about that next month. And you're looking for a win-win solution to maybe a difference of opinion about the moral standpoint or the ethical standpoint, and looking for a win-win solution and finding one probably because of the position of Venus. And you'll tend not to you can compromise. You can find the compromise, and it won't hurt you one little bit. Then Mars goes back into your opposite sign from the 28th, but as I say, more on that next month. From the 21st, the Sun goes into a very materialistic area, more to do with finances, more to do with property matters maybe, and maybe home improvements, maybe DIY, maybe it's just about stuff. Somebody else's stuff, maybe your stuff, maybe you are maintaining stuff, protecting stuff, getting rid of stuff, or getting your hands on more stuff, but it's about stuff. But also Venus goes in there as well from the 24th, and that means that you and somebody else could be teaming up and enjoying stuff together, or indeed it is shared stuff. So whatever that is, whether it's money, equipment, resources of various kinds, a ticket to somewhere nice. It's sort of in those more sort of practical, earthly kind of realms. And then we have Saturn. Now Saturn is also in your 8th house, and the 8th house is a transition house. So transitioning will be occurring over this time, particularly with Mars there, because that will really fire things up and start to really get the engine running there and move things forward. So clearing the decks slowly, clearing old patterns from your life, old outmoded scenarios from your life, whatever it's about, people, places, jobs, and whatever it's about over this time frame, you'll become more aware of who is of value to you, who you agree with ethically, morally, and in the process you may have to let go of an aspect or of yourself or previous standpoint as well, a previous bad habit which now you realize is a bad habit, or maybe you realize it was maybe a standpoint that hurt you or hurt others, or was just you've just outgrown it really. You Taurians born the 2nd to the 6th of May, or with 12 to 16 degrees rising, are going to feel that energy the most. This is also about joint ownership of possessions, property, monies, something that's valuable, yes, as well. And again, very, very slowly thrashing that out. Now, did I mention it was 12 to 16 degrees rising? Yes, I think I did. Now, Jupiter, planet of potential abundance and expansion, is in a really good area for you up until September, positively influencing your sun sign. And this is a time when you may be appreciated more for yourself in a romantic way, in a playful way, in a creative or artistic kind of a way. And, you know, you really do get the good feedback there. You tend to get the good feedback there. Of course, you've got to reach out for it. At times, it will encourage a more spontaneous, self-indulgent energy around you, maybe more being in situations of leisure or entertainment or art or, you know, feeling more center stage, which you may enjoy. It depends on, you know, loving glances coming in your direction, and you may grow through access to activities which empower you, whether they're hobbies or pastimes of various kinds or whatever else. You know, they empower you. You really find that you get a lot out of doing these things, and in your own unique way. And also children, young people, children, animals are highlighted here with this long transit of Jupiter, and leisure or entertainment activities will be emphasized, as I've said. And that's you Taurians born the 2nd to the 5th of May, feeling that most at the moment with 12 to 15 degrees rising, but of course you other Taurians will also be feeling this as well. And that is all I've got to say this month. If you want to check any of this stuff out, it's on my website, DianaGarland.com. If you know your moon sign or your rising sign, you can listen to those as well. That'll give you different strands and different facets of what's likely to be coming up in May, and you can pick and mix. It's a mixed bag, so just pluck out the bits that you think would apply to you, or in retrospect you realize did apply to you, and I'll see you the next time.